Here's a leaf from the early history of transportation. It's Aloysius Q. Chop Rocco, who lived way back in the Stone Age, out for a refreshing drive. Who said streamlining was a new idea? The body of his bus may be crude, but the Dinothoratopus he uses for power certainly has appealing lines. But let's suppose Ford trucks were built back in those days, and this old granddaddy of ours bought one. If he had bought a Ford truck in 9,479 BC, that would be 11,415 years ago. Now, suppose he drove it 60 miles an hour day and night. At the present time, he would just be equaling the distance that Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars have traveled since their introduction in 1932. Think of it. Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars have traveled more than 6 billion miles in 3 brief years. That's 240,000 trips around the world at the equator. Or, to measure it differently, it's 65 times the distance between the Earth and the Sun. That astounding mileage is equivalent to 24,000 trips over every mile of railroad track that exists in the United States. Of course, it took plenty of Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars to accumulate that amazing record. It took 300,000 of them, all sold since their introduction in December 1932. Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars have been proved by the past. They have been given workouts on the toughest hauling jobs in every conceivable type of service, under every condition of load and road and weather. This remarkable record for performance, economy, and reliability was possible because Ford truck engineers built into Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars vital engineering features, features as important today as when first introduced. Let's review some of these reasons why Ford V8s have proved so successful. First, the 80-horsepower V8 truck engine. Here is another triumph of Ford engineering and manufacturing: the one-piece casting of both cylinder banks and the crankcase, full cylinder-length water jackets to control engine temperatures. Polished mirror-finished cylinder walls are one of many other features that make this engine reliable and economical. Floating connecting rod bearing inserts, highly resistant to pounding out, burning out, and spalling. Heat and corrosion-resisting chrome nickel steel valves with enlarged stem end area. And tungsten steel exhaust valve seat inserts which postpone valve grinding for extra thousands of miles. Directed flow crankcase ventilation keeps the oil cleaner and makes it lubricate better and last longer. Full pressure lubrication to camshaft, crankshaft, and connecting rod bearings means still better lubricating efficiency and engine performance. The direct drive single unit positive ignition system has contributed in maintaining a smooth flow of power. Dual downdraft carburetor and duplex intake manifold assure economical operation through uniform fuel distribution to all cylinders. Heavy-duty truck-type Centriforce clutch. 4-speed heavy-duty transmission with roller and ball bearings carrying the entire gear train in all forward speeds. And here is the most reliable type of axle for trucks: the full-floating rear axle with straddle-mounted pinion and ring gear thrust plate. Load strains are carried by the axle housing instead of the axle shafts. The sole function of the axle shafts is to transmit power to the wheels. Full torque tube drive, correct load distribution. The welded all-steel coupe-type cab is built for passenger car comfort and maximum safety. It features safety glass throughout, clear vision ventilation, and a windshield opened by single control. No wonder more than 300,000 owners are enthusiastic over V8 performance and economy. And in the brilliant new Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars, all of these proved by the past features have been included. And now even greater Ford V8 trucks and commercial cars for 1936. The 1936 Ford V8 trucks are offered on 2 wheelbases, 131.5-inch and 157-inch. The 131.5-inch wheelbase cab chassis is ideal where special bodies are required. This is the Ford V8 stake truck on 131.5-inch wheelbase, a body type popular in almost every line of business. The rugged platform body on a 131.5-inch wheelbase does a real job for haulers of heavy materials. It is built for heavy-duty service. Here is a combination of good looks, power, and large load capacity: the 131.5-inch Ford V8 panel truck. The Ford hydraulic dump truck on 131.5-inch dump truck chassis meets the tough requirements of coal haulers, general contractors, and road builders. Here is 157-inch chassis with closed cab. The distance from the back of the cab to the center line on the rear axle makes it particularly adaptable to users of special bodies.